If you're gardening here in Oklahoma, you absolutely need to hear this.
Whoa, stop. Do not put those cherry tomato plants in the ground yet. I know you're thinking about it, but trust me, it could be a huge mistake.
Because Oklahoma's wild spring weather can, and you know it will, wipe out your beautiful plants overnight with just one late frost.
But if you wait too long, our brutal summer heat will literally fry the blossoms before you get a single tomato. So today, I am giving you the exact, foolproof timeline and the soil secrets you need to get hundreds of sweet cherry tomatoes this season. Let's dig in.
All right, first things first, you gotta understand the battlefield. Here in Oklahoma, we're not just gardening, we're gardening in a danger zone. We have this incredibly tight window for success, and it's wedged right between that last killer frost and the first soul-crushing heat wave. So, check this out. This chart gives you a pretty good baseline, right? For OKC, you're looking at early April. Up in Guymon, it's way later, more like late April. But here is the classic trap that gets everybody. Oklahoma's false spring. You know what I'm talking about? Those gorgeous, warm weeks in March that just scream plant now, right before another hard freeze comes roaring back. So please, treat these dates as a guide, not a gospel. Now, on the other end of that tiny window, you've got this problem, blossom drop. This is where your plant looks healthy, it's got flowers, and then they just fall off before they ever become a tomato. It's so frustrating. Here in Oklahoma, this kicks in when daytime temps consistently get over 85 degrees and, this is the real kicker, the nights stay above 70. That heat basically makes the pollen sterile. And, boof, fruit production just slams to a halt. That's our summer deadline.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the air temperature, right? The frost, the heat. But now, let me tell you the secret that really separates the pros from the folks who get frustrated every year. It's not about the air. It's all about the soil.
So let me ask you a question. When you get ready to plant, what are you looking at? The 10-day air forecast on your phone? Or are you actually checking your soil temperature? Because I'm telling you, one of those is a total gamble, and the other one is just plain science.
So here it is, the non-negotiable golden rule. Do not put your tomatoes in the ground until the soil temperature is consistently at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and you got to measure that about 4 inches deep. See, planting in cold soil just shocks the plant. It can't absorb key nutrients like phosphorus, that's why you see those weird purple leaves, and it can permanently stunt the plant's growth for the entire season. And this chart right here, it tells the whole story. Just look at the data for tomatoes. At 50 degrees, it takes a seed over 40 days to even think about sprouting. 40 days! But get that soil up into that sweet spot, 65 to 85 degrees, and it just explodes in under a week. The exact same thing applies to the roots of your transplants. Warm soil equals explosive growth. So, you're asking, how do I know for sure? It's actually super simple. You can grab a basic soil thermometer, they're really cheap. Or, and this is a real pro tip for us Oklahomans, use the free real-time data from the Oklahoma Mesonet. It's this amazing network of weather stations in all 77 counties, and it will tell you the exact soil temperature in your area. No more guesswork. It's fantastic.
All right, so the timing is right, your soil is warm, you're ready to go. But hold on. If your precious little plants have been growing all cozy and comfortable inside your house, you can't just toss them out into the wild. You have to prepare them for the harsh reality of an Oklahoma spring. And that process is called hardening off. Think of it like boot camp for your plants. You're going to gradually acclimate them to the real world, direct sun, temperature swings, and of course the wind over about a week or two. If you skip this step, I promise you, you're going to get transplant shock, which will either stunt your plants for weeks or just kill them outright. So here's a simple little schedule you can follow. Day 1 and 2, just put them outside for a couple hours in full shade and make sure they're protected from the wind. Then, over the next week, you just slowly increase their time in the sun. Start with some gentle morning sun, then a little more, until by day 7, they can handle a full day outside like a champ. It takes a little patience, I know, but it is so critical for their survival.
Now, let's talk about something special to Oklahoma, the wind. And I'm not talking about a gentle little breeze here. We're talking about those relentless, gusty spring winds that can snap the stem of a young tomato plant in a heartbeat. It's a real threat.
So you need to have a toolkit, an arsenal ready to go. Things like walls of water are amazing. They create a little mini greenhouse. Row covers, sometimes called agribon, are great for protecting from both wind and a light frost. A really simple trick is to just wrap the bottom of your tomato cage in some clear plastic wrap to make a windbreak. And here's my favorite tip of all, plant your transplants deep. I mean, bury that stem all the way up to the first set of true leaves. The plant will sprout new roots all along that buried stem, making a super strong anchor to fight back against that wind.
You know, choosing the right plant from the get-go is half the battle. If you want to be eating fresh tomatoes in the dead of an Oklahoma summer, you absolutely have to choose varieties that were bred to take the heat. So when you're at the garden center, you need to look for varieties that are specifically labeled as heat-set or heat-tolerant. Names like Heatmaster, Solar Fire, Somerset, Phoenix, and Heatwave 2, these are going to be your best friends. These guys are genetically designed to keep producing pollen and setting fruit even when the temperatures get crazy high.
Okay, now for the tip that is going to make you the absolute envy of your entire neighborhood. Most people think that tomato season is over once that brutal summer heat really settles in. But here in Oklahoma, that's just halftime.
Here's the secret. You ready? Go out and plant new, healthy tomato transplants in June or early July. Yeah, I said July. While everyone else's plants are giving up the ghost, you are setting the stage for a massive second harvest that can last all the way until our first fall frost.
Think about this timeline. You plant in early summer, those new plants get established during the heat of July, and then, right as the temperatures start to cool off just a little bit in August, they just explode with flowers and start setting fruit like you wouldn't believe. You'll be harvesting buckets of fresh tomatoes from September through October and sometimes even into November. I'm telling you, it is an absolute game changer.
Okay, I know that was a ton of information, so let's just boil it all down to your final action plan. If you don't remember anything else from this, please remember these 3 golden rules. Number 1, watch those frost dates, but for the love of all that is holy, do not get tricked by a false spring. Number 2, let the soil temperature be your ultimate guide. Don't even think about planting until that soil is at least 60 degrees. And number 3, protect your plants from that Oklahoma wind. Harden them off properly and give them some kind of windbreak.
You follow these rules, and you're not just going to grow a few tomatoes. You are going to master the Oklahoma climate and get a massive, season-long harvest. So, I have to know, which heat-tolerant variety are you going to try this year? Let me know down in the comments below. Happy gardening!